All right, good evening, guys. My name is Derek Sulzer with CYB 505 at Grand Canyon University. This is topic 4, data at rest, in use, and transmission. So key points are: what is data at rest, in use, in transmission, what are the differences between these types of data, and then also securing data at rest, in use, and in transmission, and the security strategy changes for each type of data. So what is data at rest? Data at rest is a form of data that is safely stored within a device, so USB, hard disk drive, SSD on a computer, essentially just not moving, and that is at a point to where it is just ready to be just stored safely. So what is data in use? Data in use is data that is currently being updated, processed, erased, accessed, or read by a system. Essentially, users are constantly working on this type of data. So next, data in transmission. So data in transmission is also kind of the same, being that it is being accessed, or it can be accessed, except for it deals with the transfer of digital or analog data from one device to another. So this can be from one computer to another, a phone to another, or multiple of each to multiple of each. This is kind of secure depending on how all the security is set up, and we'll go on to that later. So differences between these types of data. So main differences between this type of data are each are stored or sent differently. So of course, data in use, or sorry, data in at rest is transferred, from a device onto the storage unit. So the storage device is what keeps all that data on it. So if you have 5 gigabytes of data on a hard drive, you have to secure it, and that is how that data is kept. So obviously it's not being transferred or worked on at that point in time. It's just at rest, as it says in the name. So data in use is different because it is constantly being used. So it could have been data that was just sitting there, but now it is in use and readily available to be used, which also makes it very vulnerable. So data in transit or transmission is data being thrown back and forth and is being constantly used as well, or it can just be data from one device to another that was used and is now being stored. It just depends on how everything's set up for that organization or the user. So with security data, main way, we won't go into it a ton just for time limitations, but the main way that this data is secured is through encryption. So whether that be passwords, PIN codes, smart cards, just that you have to have authorization to access that specific data on a hard drive or anything at all. It's usually encrypted with some form of key code or something, so that way not everybody can access it unless you have clearance or authorization to access that data. So security changes, they can change obviously, depending on how that data is secured or what level of security or clearance you have to access that data, or just your level in that company or organization, and whoever you want to access that data has to have authorization for it. So each of them about the same. The encryption, it should be encrypted either way, so that way you have access to it. But if you just have a thumb drive with just a couple Word documents on it and you really don't care, you don't really have to encrypt it. But obviously it's a good idea to keep all your information safe so nobody gets your information from your computer or anything else. So that's pretty much it for this video. I would definitely recommend always encrypting data and always making sure that everything is safe and secure. If you have any questions at all, leave it down in the comments. Thank you.